colleague or somebody on your timeline who, you notice that typically these people are active, even if they're not putting up pictures, even if they're not tweeting something, they're probably retweeting something, or I mean, you definitely feel their presence. They're liking pictures, they're liking tweets, they're still active, but all of a sudden they go AWOL and you don't see anything about them on social media. You don't hear from them for days, weeks, possibly even months. Does this mean does this raise a red flag? Demitaka, what do you think?
Not necessary. I think that it depends on the person, on the individual, and if you maybe have like a personal relationship with them. When it comes to social media, I believe that people have different ways of interacting with the media. For some people, social media is like an escape from their reality. So you find out that someone is going through stuff, and the person is still online. The person is still bouncing around, making
Mm-hmm.
jokes, and then you don't even know that this person is going through stuff. And then for some other persons, they are going through stuff, and then you don't see them. So I think it depends on whether you have like a personal relationship with them. Then you can probably call them up and say, "Oh, what's up? Are you around? What's going on? Are you fine?" And then I think that sometimes people just want to take time off and maybe focus their energy on something else. Maybe they have a project coming up, and then they really just need to be concentrated and not be distracted. So sometimes for that reason you might not see some people on your feed and all of that. But if you can take time out to reach out to them, I think there's no issue.
Yeah, I guess I can say that. I think it works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is a huge red flag, especially for people who are always on social media, or for people who even go as far as deleting their accounts.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes, I mean, it will get you worried when it gets on the 23rd of September. So I tried searching for her because I remember last year I had put up a post about her on Instagram and I had tagged her. And then I realized that, oh, wait, I haven't seen this person on Instagram in a very,
Long
very
time.
long time. And then I kept on searching for her name, her hand, everything, nothing came up. I went to her sister's page and then I realized that her sister didn't even have a lot of her pictures up either.
Oh,
And then I mean, they used to have a lot of pictures up together,
okay.
but a lot of her pictures were missing. And then
Oh,
I finally found a picture that had her in it and her handle, and then I clicked on it and it was like, this user does not exist, user
wow.
not found and all. So apparently she has deleted her account,
Account.
and some way somehow she doesn't even stay in Nigeria anymore. So I'm not
Okay.
even sure how I'm supposed to reach out to
To
her,
her.
but I kind of feel like, okay, if she's gotten, because she is a very bubbly and she's someone who's full of life.
Oh.
And sometimes for people who are very bubbly, they're full of life, and
Mm-hmm.
then they're always here and there,
And then all of a
and then all of a
sudden,
sudden it's just wham, you
yeah.
will get worried.
Yes,
I
yes.
remember, just on Sunday, I think it was on Sunday, was it Sunday or Saturday, I was going through Twitter, and Chidi on Twitter, I don't know if you guys know him, Chidi Okereke, he actually tweeted something that I also retweeted, and what he said was, and I'm going to quote it by him, he says, always amazing how people can tweet through so much
I
pain.
think I saw that tweet as well.
Yeah, I mean, someone might be struggling with depression, but their tweets will be cracking you up. Another might be in the hospital battling for life, but dropping thoughtful tweets whenever they can this
Mm-hmm.
life. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it will raise a huge, huge red flag. Sometimes nothing is wrong, man. They're okay. They're probably just pregnant, and then they don't want you to
Mm-hmm.
know.
Something came up last week. There's this guy I follow on Twitter. He's an influencer, and then it was his birthday, so he decided to, I don't know, maybe let us in into all that has been happening in his life. And then we found out that, okay, now this guy is very funny on Twitter, always making everybody laugh, hilarious comments and banting and all of that. And then I found out that this guy is just 21. I don't, okay, his name is Chemical Brother. I don't know, maybe you know him on
I think
Twitter.
I may have heard about that.
Okay, so I found out I was just 21. He was battling with like two diseases. He had lost money. Like he just wrote an episode that I was like, even if I've not been through all this.
Mm,
And I
mm.
was just amazed that someone can be going through all of this and still come to Twitter and make me, that I don't have many problems, laugh. Like it was
Mm-hmm,
really, really funny. So I think that people deal with things differently.
mm-hmm.
Some people are not going through stuff and they are not on social media. They are just not social people. They don't really like, some people are on Twitter, they are not retweeting, they are not liking, but they are there. They are seeing everything. They
We
are not saying any
lockers, we
they
lurk
are not saying
around.
anything and all of
We're
that.
there.
And then some people, because of the fact that they cannot handle they can't handle all of the pressure and all of the issues that they're going through. You find out that they're always on Twitter, they're always trying to make themselves happy
Hmm.
in spite of all that they're going through. So I think that it works in two different ways. So
Yeah, definitely. It does work in both ways. Guys, if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, maybe share your own experiences, something you've come across, so maybe something that has happened to you as well. Please feel free to join in the conversation. Once again, our WhatsApp number is 0809 444 and you can also tweet at Smooth981FM. Don't forget to call the line. That is 0144899981. Our WhatsApp number is 0809 444 You can check us out on YouTube right now. We are live. And if you'd like to see previous episodes of the show as well, hey, check it out on YouTube. We are Smooth981FM on YouTube. On Twitter, we are at Smooth981FM as well. So, yes, today we're looking at, is a person's absence from social media a huge red flag that something may be wrong? And with me in the studio, I have Tokwe, and we're so far looking at how, yeah, sometimes it may indicate that something is wrong. Sometimes you might actually get worried. And, I kind of feel like, I don't know if it's the way I mean, everybody has their own lives to deal with at the end of the
mm-hmm.
day. So it might not be really intentional that, you might not even notice some people who when they are no longer,
Not
online,
active, yeah.
when they're no longer active and all that. But does it really have to be does it really have to take that long to the point where we no longer see them on social media, before we get
Worried.
worried?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We get worried to check on them and see, okay, is everything all right? Because sometimes you will check on people when you see that they are no longer active on social media, and you check on them and they're like, oh yeah, that nothing is wrong,
No,
they're fine, they're
yeah.
probably just taking a break. I definitely take fire. There was a time I was close to getting rid of my was it Twitter or Instagram? I think, well, I've actually gotten to that point of getting rid of my Instagram many times. In fact, matter of fact, I have gotten rid of my Instagram once.
Oh,
Yeah, I had done that. I have done that once, and so many other times. I really just want to shut the whole account down and just just not touch my phone, not because I remember when we still used the BlackBerry.
okay.
Then with the BlackBerry, what I did was I literally just stopped messaging people. So if people wanted to say something, they would message me,
Okay.
and gradually it reduced. I think there was a time that I didn't even pay for data. Yeah, there was a time
Wow.
I didn't pay for data. I was like, you know what? I need to take a
There's
break
no
from
point.
this.
Okay, I also think that sometimes people just want to get away from the negativity of social media because, okay, I think there was a time that I was always on Instagram. And you know the way Instagram can be now. You see young people living the life that you want, and then you begin to beat yourself up. Oh, I'm not doing so fine. I'm this, I'm that, and all of that. And then I decided to, okay, please, I don't think I need this negative energy. Let me
Hmm.
just give myself a break. So I
Hmm.
went off for a while. I wasn't posting anything. I wasn't doing stories. I wasn't doing anything. Be in the right space and enjoy the process and enjoy where I am. So sometimes people just let me just zone out for a while so I
Hmm.
can be fine and all of that. So it's okay to do that sometimes, but if it's too long and then you begin to get people worried, nah, please come back. Let people know you're fine.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of feel like things are quite personal. Um, but I think the question is, does it have to be mean something is going on? Because people automatically assume that maybe something is going wrong in your life when you decide to go off social media. Somebody went off social media recently.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that after this quick break. Lagos, remember, if you want to be a part of the conversation, please feel free to do so. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back shortly.
Am I doing fine?
Hmm?
Am I doing fine?
Yes, you are. She is.
Okay.
I just want to check quickly because I was talking about Adesua going off, deleting her Instagram.
Oh, really?
Think music. Think world. The Casbah.
There is a place where music lives, where the music is gentle, the vibe intoxicating, and the people are always in tune. The Casbah on Smooth.
All right, Lagos, we are back on the
Yes, we
Casbah,
are.
and this is the Soul Sister segment. Today, we are looking at when people kind of like just drop off social media. Is that a huge red flag that something is wrong, something is going on? And we've been looking at, the whole concept of people dropping off social media from both angles. How sometimes it's not really anything serious, and sometimes, yes, something really deep and serious just might be going on with them. So just before the break, oh, by the way, I have Timmy Talker with me in the studio today.
Ah, so good to be here.
And okay, so we've been talking about that, and just before the break, I came across something on, well, social media. I'm one of the people who look around social media. I might not put up pictures or anything, but trust me, I am there. I'm there. Okay, so there was a this report about Adesuwa Tomi and how she's deleted her Instagram account, and of course, when you drop a topic like that, or you drop a headline like that, especially if you're on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
the Insta blogs are cool. It's gonna seem very catchy, like, okay, Adesuwa has deleted her Instagram account. To what's going on? Is she okay? Is her marriage fine? Is Banky
The
good?
Nigerians can be very
etc
dramatic.
etc They will start putting our nose where it doesn't belong, as Madam has even just deleted her page because she just wants to mind her business. Oh, and by the way, we can now welcome Nikki.
Thank you very much.
I'm pretty sure Nikki raced down here.
Oh gosh, when it rains in Lagos, it's
It
something else.
rains. I
It
know.
rains.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great,
It's
thank
great to see
you.
you this
It's
Monday.
good to
See,
see
I
you.
love it when we have people in here who just, they just have that vibe. On a Monday, this is the type of vibe you should have
I'm
on a
telling
Monday.
you.
All smiles, all pretty, and all that. Okay, so far we've been talking about if if a person is no longer on social media, or they're missing from social media, is that a huge red flag that something's happening or something is going on with them?
Well, the truth is that if that person is usually a constant personality on social media, the moment they fade or stop posting, everybody begins to wonder. Let me even give you a typical good example because I'm the one that has been bearing the brunt of it. You all know Cynthia Morgan quite all right, the singer Cynthia Morgan.
Yes, we know Cynthia Morgan.
You know, Cynthia has been on and off for a
Mm-hmm.
while. And the truth is that the last major picture that I think everyone really saw of her was the one I took with her last year at Hip TV office. Do you know, till today, I still receive messages like people still ask me, please, Ma, where is Cynthia? We can't find her. I even had to send her a message because she's a friend of mine. I said, Madam, you've gone off social media again. Your fans are asking for you, Biko. Where are you? So it's true. When you just go off social media like that, everyone just begins to wonder, are you okay? Are you fine? Where are you? What's going on? Especially if you're a popular personality that's always been online. The moment you just go off, people would just think, but most times I think it's some artists are just rebranding.
Okay, that's another angle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're rebranding.
Sometimes they are rebranding because I know Cynthia Morgan at a point she came back with a new name,
But why do we tend to
so was rebranding.
associate that with something is wrong?
I don't know. It's just I think it's just the Nigerian mentality
Is it
of
a Nigerian thing, or is it just like
I
general?
is it general? I think so because well, I think social media here is very very. I think abroad or internationally they're not really as much as they love social media. I think they do those kind of moments where they're not online sometimes, and people are not necessarily bothered. But I think here because it's become a huge thing here. The moment you're not online, everybody was like, ha, waiting to
Mm-hmm.
happen. I mean, she don't get belly. I mean, what's happening? The
Oh
person
no,
pregnant. That's another one too
I
again.
think yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I think when your friend just gets married, right, and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden she goes off social media, she's
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. So
Yeah, she's pregnant.
you see her the next 5 months.
I'm telling you, people just think that, oh, maybe what has happened? Okay, so, but I think it's all right for some people to just take time off social media sometimes. Someone like me, I'm sorry, I can't take time off.
How do you do that? I take time off.
That's my workplace.
Well, it's kind of like my workplace too, and I have taken time off over and over again. I have
Ah,
deleted all my pictures and accounts.
I
I've
can't even
come
delete
back.
anything. I'm sorry. For me, every memory counts, every message counts. Maybe because I'm more than an artist. I'm an artist. I'm also a media consultant, so I'm always online. I'm also a blogger. I'm also a radio host. I'm so many things that need social media. So I always have to be online for one thing or the other. Then, of course, running a foundation as well, I have to be online. So there are things that I constantly need social media for. So I can't be
Okay.
offline.
So, guys, please remember when you do send in your messages, it's very, very important that you include your name when you do so, guys. I have a message by Femi Sola who says, for someone like me, it's not an easy task for me to uh, evacuate my presence on every social media platform of mine, in spite of what I might be going through, because the nature of my business requires me being online 24/7 as a digital marketer and social media campaign handler. And that was Femi Sola from Abule. We actually have this one in. I'm guessing it's by Noel, who says, I've been going through depression. At a point, I got my Facebook account and Instagram, but only left Twitter and WhatsApp. Too many social media amplifies and worsens the depression rate young people go through. You know what? I totally agree
Mm.
with you. And I always have this to say, if you find a post or someone that you're following or something that you're following on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and you find that every time you go through their page or whatever it is, they put up
Mm-hmm.
something, you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel happy or whatever, unfollow them.
True.
That's what you need to do.
True.
I unfollowed a friend once
Are you
because
serious?
it was getting too much. It was getting too much. I was like, no, because I remember because what even the final thing that broke the camel's back for me, yeah, was the fact that she had a baby about 2 weeks or so after I had a baby,
Okay.
and then she was always on, like in the hospital, picture,
Uh-uh.
give birth, picture, something,
Oh
her
my
husband
God.
with the baby, something picture, going for a walk with the baby, at the park or something. And there I was, I could barely move, I could barely do anything. I wasn't in the mood for social media. I wasn't, so I was like, what is wrong with this girl? No, 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 no. At that point, I wasn't happy at all. So I unfollowed her. And to be honest, I was very glad I did. I follow her now because I'm in a better place now.
Okay.
But at that time, it was too much.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
understand.
too much. Like, because some people would have a baby and they'll just bounce back and
Immediately.
they're
Like nothing happened.
I wasn't
nothing
a
happened.
bounce. I wasn't a bouncing backer or whatever. I wasn't
Oh
one
my
of those people.
goodness.
So she would not put up pictures and everything. So I wasn't feeling happy or
I
excited about
totally
that.
understand.
So I unfollowed her. Did I have peace of mind? Yes.
Yeah.
It's very
I
important
did.
that you protect your space sometimes
Yes,
from all of
protect
this
your
negative
space.
energy.
So anything or anyone who will not, give you peace of mind or social media,
Mhm.
block
Follow
them.
them.
Then another thing I will remind everyone about is this need to always try to clap back. Especially the social media thing we're talking about. You don't need to be clapping back on
Oh, I
anybody.
clap back at people when I
I
need
don't
to
have
clap
the
back.
time. I just block you.
So let me tell you.
I just block
I don't
you.
clap back too. But there are some topics lately that have been making me clap back. E.g., the one you wanted us to talk about today. Hey! Don't even
So I will talk about it anyway.
let's not even go in there. I clap back. But there was a day I clapped back at someone. My husband was like, Khadijah. What are you doing?
Oh my
But
goodness.
sometimes I kind of feel like you do need to. Although some people say
Sometimes though.
that, some people say that they just ignore it, and I also agree that most times,
Or maybe you clap back with wisdom. Let me put it that way. Like there's someone I had to respond to, and okay, there's this white young guy that loves to dance. He does zanku and everything. So I know recently there's this video I put out that Paul cleverly did this remix to this BB Ninja Dog Saga. So I danced to it, and then Paul cleverly also put out one other white guy that did a dance to one of his stuff. And when I saw it, I was very tripped because the guy they do the zanku everything very well. I now commented under the post, and I was like, oh, you did great. Oh, Shay, well done. And one lady just appeared from nowhere and said, it's so obvious you hate African men. Rubbish. Shut up. Something like that. And I was like, auntie, I had to write. I said, hello, not be me vex you. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm like, I love everyone. As in, what we're hailing right here is a dance. There's no war of the races here. We're not starting any war of the races. And this lady just went on and on. And I kept telling her, I said, you know what? God loves you. Jesus loves you. I just kept telling her because I knew this person must have been frustrated. I said, I don't know why. And you're saying you're an African, you're saying that you Africans just don't love yourselves, blah, blah, blah. Like, look at your hair, you're even wearing wig. The girl just went on and
Okay,
on and
I think
on.
the person just had something.
I'm telling
against
you,
or
the
something,
person
'cause
didn't
that's
even know me.
far.
She just went on and on and on. And I was even laughing. And at a point, I actually literally started praying for this person because I was like, I don't know what it is. Who has hurt you? I had to ask her, I said, who hurt you?
You're a nice person.
I said, who hurt you?
I'm just gonna
But
block
the thing was that I knew people are also watching, and these are the ways you can touch someone. You really don't know where that person is coming from, what has frustrated that person. So I was just even looking at it from that point. And the truth was that even the white guy had to send me a DM and said, thank you so much. You really showed God's love to that person, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you never know who you can touch sometimes. Sometimes it's necessary to clap back. Sometimes it's necessary to just be nice to some people because you don't know what they do. Then everybody that way I have to say that like
Some people are just like, they're just full of it. Like,
I'm like,
that's all that they have to give.
Well, good luck to the both of you. don't bring that nonsense on my page.
But
please.
there's some days that I don't have time. I just block you. I don't even bother responding. Especially when I see the level of response. I just block.
I just block. Even here on Smooth, like I see some messages and I'm like, I see you guys. I see you. I see you guys. But I just ignore.
Oh my goodness.
When it's time for me to do vote of thanks, hey, I'm not including you guys in the message. But guys, yeah, I think to round up, because we do have like just 4 minutes left to speak. I think how would I like to round this up?
How would you like to round this up? The truth is, don't feel too pressured to keep posting or be on social media if you don't need to or you don't have to. Because some people feel like, if I don't post today, oh my goodness. Some people just feel totally pressured. You don't need to start looking for the right location to go and snap picture and everything or to show off that dress or whatever. The truth is social media is good for so many things. You can learn so much. You can, grow and just be inspired. Just do that and also showcase your business, showcase yourself. If there's some days I don't post, I've actually came to that point that there were some certain days that I just didn't need to post and I didn't. But there's some days that you see me post 3-4 in a day because of whatever it is I'm putting out. So don't feel pressured. Post only when you need to. Take time off if you need to.
Yeah,
it's important to do that for yourself. If you feel like you need to get off social media, please do, but use it to your own advantage. Make sure whatever you're doing on social media is working for you. That's the most important thing.
all right, Takbet, how would you like to
I'd like
round
to
up?
say that you don't need to be validated on social media. A lot
Word.
of people feel like, oh, if I'm not getting the likes,
Word.
I'm not getting the comments and all of that. So there's no pressure, like we said, there's no pressure. Protect your space. Try as much as possible. Nigeria is hard.
Yeah.
Nigeria is hard. Protect
You don't
your
need
space.
extra. You don't need social.
Yeah.
Nigeria is able to do for Twitter, especially the breed on Twitter. Oh my god! Right from the day, Twitter. I think that's one of the reasons I'm not very good at Twitter.
Twitter
Maybe
is in a class of
Instagram,
its own.
but
Yeah.
the people on Twitter.
People on Twitter.
No,
It's a different world of its own.
I mean, I
You
see
know-
some replies and I'm like, how did you think about this?
Yeah.
How did you do
Yeah.
this?
I think-
I think if you spend too much time on Twitter, you'd also become very vicious.
How?
But
No,
in
true
all,
that though.
in all, I would say that do check on your friends and your family every now and then when you
True.
notice something. I'm going to look for that friend of mine who I can't find her page anymore
Very
because I need
true.
to be sure everything
she's
is
fine.
okay.
Mhm.
Like we mentioned earlier, I don't know why, but for some reason, when people just go off social media, we just think, hey, something. Okay, is
Yeah.
everything okay? But hey, I'm just gonna go ahead check on people every now and then. And
Very
remember, with
true.
this thing called depression
Yeah.
and all of these things, when people try to talk to you, it's not the time to laugh. It's not the time to tell them, hey, just
Very true.
Khadijah, it's not
just
the time to
listen.
say,
Sometimes they just need someone to
Yeah.
comfort them,
True.
someone to listen, someone to understand them. So you might not agree with what they're
Yeah.
talking about. You can still intelligently let them know that you don't agree, or just try to
Yes, true.
comfort them a little bit first
Very true.
before you go into a lecture. These things are just very, very delicate. But thank you, Nikki, for racing down here
Thank you.
despite the rain and the traffic. Thank you. It was
Thank
so
you for
awesome.
having me
So
again.
hopefully sometime this week, maybe
Mm-hmm.
on Wednesday or Friday, when we come to you with again with our Soul Sisters segment on the Casbah, we'll have Nikki Laoye in the studio with us.
Yes.
Taka, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Here
having
from this
me.
juncture, I'm going to go back to bullying you. And I, on the other hand, well, we're going to take a quick break right now. And when we return, it'll be time for New Music Monday on the Casbah. Stick around.
Yes.
Music. The Casbah on your Love Music, Love Life station. Smooth 98.1.
Thank you, Khadijah.
You're welcome.
My left, my one wanted to die.
I was like,